Oh yeah, these are 10 things that you must know about Air Jordan. MJ wasn't even keen on Nike when he came into the league. He was more interested in Adidas. In fact, he was a self-described Adidas nut. He actually had to be convinced by his parents to sign with Nike because they, unlike Adidas, were offering him more money and his very own signature shoe. Number 2. Where did the name Air Jordan come from? It was David Falk, who's MJ's long-term manager, who actually came up with the idea to call them Air Jordans, not only because of the way that MJ played the game above the rim, but also a play on Nike's Air technology, which was the thing that separated them apart from their other competitors. So it was pretty clever when you think about it, really. Number 3, and this is a bit of a controversial one, it's that the Air Jordan 1 was never banned. It is true that Nike and Jordan did get fines for their black and red Nike Air ship, which didn't adhere to the old 51% rule. You can't actually find any photo evidence of MJ ever wearing the Jordan 1 band or bread in any NBA game. You can find pictures of him wearing them in the slam dunk contest, but that's different. They have different rules for slam dunk contests. Number 4, the Air Jordan 2 is the first Nike shoe to ever be produced without any swoosh. I think that's pretty interesting. The other cool thing about the Air Jordan 2 is it's the first Nike to be produced in Italy with really high quality Italian leather and this faux iguana print. It also took its inspiration from a woman's boots, which can also be said of the Air Jordan 12. Number 5. The Air Jordan 3 saved Nike and MJ's relationship. You see, after the 1 and 2, MJ was pretty much done with Nike. He wanted to leave and maybe sign with Adidas. But after Tinker Hatfield was given the opportunity to design his very first Air Jordan, he came up with a few awesome features for it, including a really nice tumbled leather upper, as well as the inclusion of the Jumpman logo on the tongue for the first time, and this really cool elephant print design, as well as the visible air unit. Number 6. The Air Jordan 4 becomes a pop culture icon. You see, it wasn't just the advertising campaign with Nike and the Air Jordan 4, but it was also the Air Jordan 4's minor starring role in the 1989 movie Do the Right Thing that catapulted it into mainstream pop culture superstardom, which created this whole idea about protecting your shoes and being precious about your shoes and making sure you do everything all the time to ensure that your Jordans don't get scuffed or beaten up. Number 7. The Air Jordan 5 and the use of 3M technology. Tinker Hatfield decided to take inspiration from a fighter jet when he was designing the Air Jordan 5, and he used the flashy 3M material for the tongue so that it would make MJ's sneakers look even flashier underneath the arena lights and also under the strobes that photographers would use to take pictures of him when he was flying high. Number 8. Talking about the Air Jordan 6 being the end of an era and the start of an era. You see, the Air Jordan 6 was the last sneaker to be promoted by Spike Lee's Mars Blackman character in the commercials and print advertisements. It was also the last Air Jordan to feature a visible air window, but it was the start of an era because it was also the sneaker that MJ wore when he won his first championship. Number 9. Michael Jordan loved the Air Jordan so much, he actually wore it against Nike's wishes. So during the Bulls playoff run in 1995, Tinker unveiled the Concord 11 to Air Jordan to see how he would feel about the design, but he was so excited about the shoes that even against Tinker's wishes, he rocked them on the court and he forced Nike to go with the sample version design for the following season. At number 10, the last thing you need to know today about Air Jordans is why they're released on Saturdays. And the reason for this traditionally is pretty simple, really. It's just so that kids wouldn't be encouraged to skip school to buy them. So yeah, that's 10 things that you need to know about Air Jordans. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe learned something pretty interesting. And cheer, thanks for listening. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.